Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it is Sunday and I'm feeling a little lazy today, so I figured that I would jump on and kind of share my lazy, super easy makeup routine that I do on days when I feel like not doing a whole lot. So if you are excited to see that, go ahead and like this video, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's jump on in. Alright, so I did already do all of my skincare. The first thing we're going to use is this Hydrating Sunscreen from CeraVe. It is actually tinted, so that's really nice. It gives you a nice base for your makeup to sit on, and it also gives you just a little bit of coverage with that tint. So I put about that much on. We're just going to put that on almost like a moisturizer. And what's nice is this will work as a primer for your skin, so you don't have to do a separate priming step. So you're getting sunscreen and priming all in one, which is fantastic. Just gonna rub that in, make sure it's even. All right. Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to go in with is actually the new Urban Decay Hydro Maniac Tinted Hydrator. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I thought it was going to be a little bit lighter coverage than it is. Let me know if you want like a full review on this. I'm pretty obsessed, but it actually has more coverage than I expected. So I'm going to go ahead, and what's really nice is you just put this on with your fingers as well. Now the color that I got is just a little light for my skin, but we're going to make that work today. That's okay. I will probably get the next shade up the next time that I purchase this, because I will be repurchasing this once it is all used up. Like I said, you can see that it has a decent amount of coverage. You can kind of show that that's taking care of some of the pinkness on my nose. I had that little red spot over here. Just going to keep rubbing that in, make sure it's all blended. All right, so I think we've got a really nice glowy base to our face now. Our next step is just going to be a little bit of brightening under the eyes. I'm using this Revlon Candid concealer. It's actually in shade 1 Banana. Now this is definitely a yellow tone concealer, so I go pretty light with this. Or sometimes I will put it underneath my foundation instead. So we're just going to do a dot here, a dot here. And what's nice is you see a lot of people do the big giant triangle. That's not necessary. Just need a little bit, and that will be good to go. And since we're being lazy, I really not using too many brushes in this, so I'm actually gonna let this sit here for a little bit, then I'm going to work it in with my fingers. So I did let that sit for about 30 seconds on my skin, and the reason I do that is it kind of helps it warm up a little bit versus just being like room temperature. So it helps it warm up, and it's gonna help make it apply even smoother. So I'm gonna use my ring finger and just kind of dab that out very gently. You can already see that that has absolutely brightened my under eye. So I love that for this reason. So I go with that banana shade. Even though I have pink undertones in my skin, that banana is definitely brightening. It feels wonderful. We're actually going to move on to kind of the face contour. Next, I'm actually going to use this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. And what's really nice about this is it is a liquid blush. You don't need a lot at all. You can work it in with your fingers. Again, I'm trying to use the least amount of brush as possible. I'm feeling lazy, so just the tiniest amount there on both. And we're gonna go ahead and work that in. Kind of going upward and outward. Now, this is super pigmented, which is why I love it, because I don't have to do a whole lot to get a nice, beautiful flush on my cheeks. Make sure we get that all blended in. Now go to this other side and do that same thing where I dab a little bit to make sure. I'm gonna change the other hand. Okay, make sure those are even. Okay. So now we've got that nice rosy glow, and we are gonna move on to a little contour. Now I'm gonna teach you a little trick because I'm feeling really lazy about doing any eye makeup. I have this NYX 3-step Sculpt palette, and what's nice is it has a brightener, you could use that under your eye if you want to set your under eye. I'm not going to do that today. It also has this highlight shade that's got some shimmer to it, and then the contour shade. So I'm going to go ahead and use my contour brush from Complex Culture, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and sweep that in an upward motion under my blush to create that nice chiseled contour. It doesn't take a whole lot, so we're just going to do a little bit there on this side too, and then sweep a little bit up here to bring some warmth back to my hairline up here. Give it kind of that nice toasty glow. Perfect. Maybe sweep a little extra under here. Get that jawline. Okay. And I am going to go in with that highlight shade just on my finger and tap that in as a little bit of a highlight. Perfect. And now we're actually going to use this for our eyes as well. So I'm using the LBE1 from Lunar Beauty. Oh my goodness, my favorite brush set that I've ever purchased. I'm not even priming my eyes or anything for this. I'm going to go ahead and use that contour shade again. Dip that in the brush and just sweep that into the crease. Sweep, sweep, sweep. And I'm going to do the same with the other eye. Take it and sweep it into the crease. Sweep, sweep, sweep. In that windshield wiper motion. All right, you can already tell that that's just giving some definition to my eyes. You could leave it even at that. I like to be a little extra, and so I go into that little highlight shade again on my finger, and I just kind of tap, 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 and sometimes just like kind of not necessarily drag, but I kind of pat and place that onto my eye, and that just brings that extra little bit of shine that I like on my eye makeup. And so that was like the easiest eye look I've ever done, and I think it looks very pretty. If you want, sometimes I'll go in with that contour again once I've did the shimmer part, just to deepen it up a little bit, because sometimes that shimmer kind of takes away the contour. Okay, so that is done. Now we're going to go in with a little eyeliner. I'm using the Physicians Formula Waterproof eyeliner. It's my absolute favorite. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and I will be right back. All right, now we have our eyeliner on. I just did a really simple line on that. I didn't do a wing or anything special, just a really quick line. And then I'm going to use my Bambi Eye Mascara by L'Oreal. You notice a lot of stuff that I'm using today is drugstore. I don't think that you need to spend a ton of money to have good products. So we're going to go ahead and put that on here. I'm going to use my mirror and put that on. Now, I like this one a lot because with one coat, I can get a good amount of lift and separation that I need to give my eyelashes some pretty definition. And yes, I'm just like every other woman. I can't do my mascara without making faces. I'm going to dip that back in so that I can do the other eye. We are going to move on to brows quick. I am using the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. This is just a tester size. I need to get the full size one as I got it to try and see how I like it, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I choose this for an easy look and I start kind of past my beginning point because there's always a lot more product, so I want to make sure to get product darker towards the middle and outside. So just quick dip brow gel in there to add a little bit of definition to my brows. And then I'm going to do the other one. This just helps give a little color to my sparse brows. Again, I always kind of start in the middle and go outwards and then work on filling in the beginning, because you always want it to kind of fade into the color. You don't want it to be super harsh at the front of your eyebrow. Work that in. And I am by no means a brow expert at this point. I'm still trying to find the best brow products for myself. So if you have recommendations, let me know. I'm definitely still working on that. Perfect. So that just gave them a little definition, little control. So those are done. And the last thing we have to do is lips. I'm going to use this lippy stick from ColourPop. It is in the shade Gold Digger. Now I like this because it's just a little bit smaller, and so you don't have as much of a big surface to work on. So you can create a little bit more of a definition without a lip liner. I'm gonna go ahead and do my Cupid's bow first. And so that's just a really nice kind of nude color. A nude pink, I should say. It's not a true nude. And that was just really easy to give yourself a nice little bit of color with some definition so you don't have to use lip liner. And that was my really quick lazy girl makeup. Again, I only used a total of 2 brushes on this. I used this for my contour and I used this for my eyeshadow. The rest was all just working it in with my fingers, so completely, I hate having to clean my makeup brushes. So on days like today when I don't have to, definitely not going to, but I feel like I just put myself together and didn't even put a whole lot of effort into it. If you enjoyed this, let me know, leave a comment down below. Again, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!